There's never a dull moment in South Korea. Whether you're sightseeing in Seoul or shopping in Pyeongtaek, there's always something to do in Korea. Hi, I'm Arnold Berman, and today I'm going to be persuading you, the listener, to come out and visit South Korea. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to talk about the people, I'm going to talk about the city of Songchong, and things to do while visiting. And if you're speaking about a country, it's best if you talk about the people because the people make up the culture. So to begin, I'm going to talk about the people. I'm going to split the people into two generations, the older generation and the younger generation. The older generation is, if I can describe them in one word, how they feel about Americans is grateful. The older generation is grateful for American involvement in the Korean War. So that consequently was passed down to the younger generation and made them very friendly. So you have the older generation that's grateful and the younger generation that's friendly. And that sums up the Korean people's attitude towards Americans in two words. But certain things also may make them seem cold. Koreans are very, I don't want to say quiet, but they're quiet because they don't speak to foreigners unless you speak to them first. But when you do, they're very jovial or very helpful. They always try to help you. If you're lost or you need something, they will try their best to help you. Now, here's a couple of customs about Koreans. Koreans do not like when you look them directly in the eye for too long. It's just rude to them. Also, while traveling up an escalator, Koreans always stand to the right, so it's one single file line on the right side. When going down, it's on the left. And now that you know a little bit about the people, I can tell you a little bit more about the city that I know the best, which is Songtong. In Songtong, there's plenty to do. First, I can talk about Songtong City Hall. Now, Songtong is not a metropolis, but Songtong City Hall has excellent nightlife, plenty of bars, or hawk is what they're called in Korean. There's plenty of restaurants, Korean food, American food, sightseeing. That's Songtong City Hall, which is the main Korean attraction in Songtong. And if you're looking to get out of Songtong, there's also the Songtong train station, which in itself is a sight to see if you've never seen a subway, because it's a very, very big subway, and you can go to Seoul, which is the capital, or really you can go anywhere, and you can even get to the bullet train, which is another attraction of Korea. In Songtong also, it's great for shopping because you can barter or haggle any price. You can bring down any price for anything, whether it's your food or your shoes. You can almost guarantee that you can get a lower price. And although there's many things that one can do well in South Korea, there are certain things that stand out, particularly the Mud Fest, or the Boryang Mud Festival. And that's basically a festival where you go to cleanse yourself. So they bring in mud from Boryang, excuse me, my Korean is not up to date, or it's not excellent, and they roll around in the mud. There's mud slides, there's mud pools, mud fights, mud wrestling, mud anything you name it, it's there. And it's a 2-week event, but Westerners usually go on the last weekend and play in the mud with Koreans, and it is a blast. And Seoul is just like Songtong, but on a much grander scale because they have festivals there, they have shopping centers, they have movie theaters. Seoul has, I believe they even have ancient churches. Not, but Seoul is great, and Seoul is a place you can visit year-round because there's so much to do just in Seoul. And outside of Seoul, there's Itaewon, which has a huge American population. And I hope this convinced you to come out to Seoul. So just to backtrack a little bit, I'm going to restate what I talked about. I talked about the people and their customs. I talked about Songtong and a few things to do there. And I also talked about Mudfest and also Seoul. And if anyone has any further questions, they can email me directly, and I can try my best to help you out. I haven't been out here long, but I love it already. Thank you for your time.